Happy Thursday, Year 4. We're going to have a look at converting analogue and digital time. Okay, now we have been doing time for 2 weeks. If it's still a little bit of a struggle, remember to go back to find some of those games that we have been doing on Tapestry. Okay, so probably the first thing to do, if you haven't got a piece of paper and a pen, is to go and find one, pause the video and come back. And then I'd like just to draw a clock. Okay, a clock face with the numbers. Remember just to pause every time you need to. Okay, so they are the 12-hour clock, and we're going to have a look at digital and analog in the 24-hour clock. Okay, so on your piece of paper in front of you, then what I would like you to do is add on the 24-hour time. So we've gone midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10, 11. Okay, 12. And there we go. 13. I'd like you to do the same. 14, 15. And then you've got it as a visual in front of you. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so oops. Then what I would like you to do, if you're unsure, what you could then do is mark on the times already. So we have here all the times that we've done for the past 2 weeks: quarter past, half past, quarter to, oops, o'clock. Okay, it's going to get very busy. You can always have a big piece of paper. This is all I've got at home. Okay, now for those children that might need it as well, what you could then do is, we've talked about minutes, haven't we? There's 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, so then how many minutes? So then when you get to the 1, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, and you can use that, excuse me, as a visual to help you in some of the questions and some of the work that I've set for you on Tapestry. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down for a second. Remember to pause and make one. If you're confident at time, remember we've talked about this. Some children will be more confident at time, and some it just takes a little bit longer to get, and that's absolutely fine. I am going to share screen. This one. Okay, so that's just an investigation. So pause there and have a go. It says investigate on a 12-hour clock over 12 hours. How many times does the digit 5 appear? 12:35, 12:45. What other times? How many can you come up with? That is just a starter to warm up your brain. Okay, then. Oops, oh, my mouse is just being a bit funny. There we go. So this is just a quick revision of what we have been doing for the past 2 weeks. Remember, don't panic. Use the thing that you've just drawn, the clock. So if you does already have the answers, I'm not sure how I've done that. Sorry. Well, that was lucky. Goodness me. This one does say 5:45, 21:35, which is 25 to 10, 10 past 11, and 23:55. You will see PM and AM. Okay, remember, if you're not sure, go back to your clocks. So that's what we've just drawn to be able to convert between 24-hour analog and digital clocks. Think about what's the same between them. Think about what is different. Normally in class you would talk to the person next to you, so maybe you could talk to an adult if they aren't working. Maybe you could write down some notes and share with them later. What do you notice it's the same between the 12 and 24-hour clocks, and what do you notice it's different? Okay, so using the 12-hour clock in front of you, what would the times be? So go right, 1 p.m. Okay, so I am going to get this clock up and I'm going to go right. Where is my 1 p.m.? Some of you will know straight away. You'll be screaming at me, 13, it's 13. Some of you won't, and that's fine. Find the one. 13. 13.00. Okay. I'm showing that that's 1 p.m. in the afternoon on a digital clock. Remember, digital, the ones that mainly we find on the computers and on our watches and things. 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so you're going to go, oh, what would that be as digital? So I know it's 9. 9:00. Middle of the night. Now, what will that be? Middle of the night. Well done. Okay. 7:30 in the evening. So 7:30. Remember, you've done 30:30. You've written it down. 7:30. Oh, so I know it's in the evening, so it has to be on the outside of the clock. That's going to be 19. 19:30. 11:15 at night. Now I'm going to find 11:23. So that's going to be the first part of my clock, 23. And then I know it's 15:15. So that is 15 in green. Okay, it's good to use colours. It will help you, especially if you're a visual learner. Okay, so those are all of the things. Just take a note of this one here, midnight. You could have written 2400 hours or 0. Okay, all the way across. Either is correct, it doesn't matter. So let's have a look at these then. So we need to write this one here as 5 o'clock at night. So I'm going to find on my clock 5 o'clock. Now I know 5 is AM, so I'm going to jump out 17. Now I can't just write 17 because in a digital clock there needs to be 4 numbers. So I'm going to do 17 ... 0 0. Okay, next one. I know that's morning. I can read this. Biggest time is on the 12th. So I'm going to check. Yeah, o'clock. 9 o'clock. C. Oh, evening. So I know straight away it's got to be bigger than 12 because it's gone past all the AM times. I'm going to check. I know that's 15 minutes past or 7:15. So I know my minutes hand is going to be 15. Oh, I'm thinking, 7. There's a quicker way than always looking at the clock. Have a think. 7 plus what will give you the instant answer? 12. Well done. So I'm going to put 19:15. Well done. Afternoon. Oh, that's a tricky one. You see, they're trying to trick you with the words there. Afternoon is just after 12. Okay. So we're going with, so it's not quite 1 o'clock yet. So we're going to go back to the 12, and it's, remember, if you're not sure of minutes, you could count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 12:45 would be my next one. Morning. So, okay, I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20. So I know that's my minutes hand, 20. I can see it's pointing on the 3, just gone past. 3:20. Now, can we see we can't just write 3? Okay. We could either write 03 like that, 3:20 because it's AM. Well done. Oh, I know this is the past side, so I'm going to go 5:08. Oh, so it's evening, so I need to plus 12. 8 plus 12. And if you can't do that in your head, go back, find your number. There it is, 20. Okay. So that is just those times that we have just done. Remember, you can do it, and if you can't, you'll get there in time. Doesn't matter. You can go back and watch this video at any point. So, same again. I'm going to just stop talking. Match the analog and the digital times. Don't panic because they're Roman numerals. You have done that with Mrs. Jehota. I promise to stop talking. Right, if I was to look at that, I go, right, these two are the same. 15, 15. 15:15, 5, 10, 15. So it has to be one of these and one of these now. If you're not sure which is which, then go around and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Now, oh, there's not a 9:15. Oh, what do I have to do? Ah, I see PM. So it has to be this one, 9 plus 12. Okay. Now, next one. So that one means that one has to be 8:15. Right, let's go back to these. Oh, they're both 25. That's a trickster. Let's have a look. Right, so this one always in between the 1 and the 2. And this one is in between the 12 and the 1. So that will help me. Okay. So I know this one is AM, 25 past in the morning, and 13:25. Well done. Okay. Now, here is a little bit tricky. Now, I'm going to I know we would have used the clocks in class, so it's a little bit tricky. If you've got one to turn, Lee Watson was doing it the other day just on his clock in class, so maybe you could have a go. Helen leaves school at the time shown. She arrives at a football ground 50 minutes later and has 1 hour of training. She arrives home 35 minutes later. Show what time Helen gets home in the 24 digital clock. So don't panic, there's lots to think about there. But it's not as hard as it sounds. There's lots of words. And the first thing that you'll need to do is find the time. Okay, so the time is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 past 3. Okay, so I'm going to just write that down now. I can convert it at the end. Okay, because I know it should be in the 24-hour clock and nobody goes football training at 25 past 3 in the morning. Okay. She arrives at the football ground 50 minutes later. So I need to add 50. Now, 50 plus 25 is going to give me 75. Now, we know that's too many. So how many minutes are in an hour? 60. So I'm going to go right. So I've got 75. I'm going to take away 60. I'm left with 15. So I've got 1 hour and 15. So I'm then going to change this to 4. And then I need to add my 15, okay? Then she arrives home 35 minutes later, okay? So I've got 4:15, and then she arrives 35 minutes later. So I need to add my 35 to 4:15, okay? So 35 minutes later is 5:15 and then 10 to 6. Okay, so it's just about breaking it down into tiny little steps. Oh, okay. Then, so don't panic. There's some word problems to do. I'm going to leave that one on the end. And for those of you that like a challenge, and I can check your answers on Tapestry, it says Tommy arrives at school at the time shown. He has registration for 25 minutes, followed by a maths lesson for 1 hour and 10. Assembly is next, which lasts 15. After assembly is break. Show what time Tommy has break. So pause. So first of all, we need to find the time. So the time shown is 5 to 9. The best way to do it is to write it down as digital. 8:55. He has registration for 25 minutes, so I need to do 25 minutes on to 8:55. Okay, so then do that in your heads. Then I need to add on 1 hour and 10. So what you might want to do instead is you could add on 1 hour 35. Assembly is next, which lasts another 15. So then another 15. So then you've got 1 hour 50. After assembly's break. Show what time Tommy has break in the 24-hour clock. Okay, so you know that you can then add on 8:55 plus 1 hour 50. And then you will get down to the start of break at 10:45. Okay, now don't panic because it can sometimes be a little bit tricky. Time. I'm just going to stop the share. I want you to have a go. There are differentiated worksheets. Choose the one, the submarine level. You know which one you'd like to try. Okay, and just try your best. Have a lovely Thursday.